All right, before we hit up the Manga Haul, I have a quick parcel, which I guess is still part of the Manga Haul, right? Tatsuki Fujimoto's number 22 to 26. This wraps up all of his one-shots or short stories up until before Fire Punch, which came out before Chainsaw Man. Oh no! Check this out. It's creased. Sag. All right, manga time. Last time I did a Manga Haul, I gave the option of a giveaway. If you guys could guess the exact amount of volumes. And I have here 2 bags. I'll show you them quickly. One Forbidden Planet bag, and then this massive like fabric bag. If you guess how many volumes I have exactly, I'll do a marbles race. I went up to Newcastle and York and I met Zoe there. I also went to Travelling Men with Caitlin. She also took me to Forbidden Planet International in Manchester and Leeds. And 2 weeks ago, I saw Chris Captures in London. I chilled with him. We went to Forbidden Planet. I bought him some stuff, and it wouldn't be fair just to go shopping just for someone else. I mean, I like him, but I'm not going to buy him manga and not myself. So first, I picked up volume 5 and 6 of Maid Summer. I currently have the first 2 volumes. So I'm glad to have this. I could probably start the series now and then pick up the rest sometime soon. And then I managed to pick up, Zoe picked up for me volume 7 of Queen's Quality. Now she also found volume 2, which was also very, very elusive for me. No, sorry, it was volume 1 of QQ Sweeper she found for me. And she found this as well. So I'm very grateful for that. And I think all I'm missing now is volume 2 of Queen's Quality. I'm not quite up to date. I think I'm around halfway and I'm still loving the series. I know it's coming to an end soon. I think it's currently on volume 19. If you enjoy Jujutsu Kaisen, you'll probably enjoy this. It has a little bit more character development. There's a little bit of a love interest, I guess. And obviously it's shoujo, so it's a little bit more fluffy in terms of atmosphere. Still searching for volume 2. Thank you, Zoe. Keep an eye out for me. And there we have Something Wrong With Us. This is another one that's been highly recommended by a lot of people to me on Instagram. I don't know anything about it. Something about a relationship, and it's good. That's all I've been told, and I have to read it. And then we have Yakuza Fiancé. I don't know anything about this one either. All I know is that it's about Yakuza. I think 2 of them are Yakuza, or one of them's a Yakuza, and then the guy's a Yakuza, the girl's a spy, and they don't like each other, but they kind of like get intertwined in each other's lives. And again, this is another one that everyone raves about on Instagram and like in the Dudettes Discord and stuff. And then I have Skullface Bookseller, Honda-san. This is a 5-volume series about a skeleton who owns a bookstore. This one's actually being given away by Zoe, so I just took it from her. And I'll probably collect up the rest. I've seen a few deals for the full set, so I might just pick up that. So I'll have like a copy of volume 1 as well. Volume 3 of Lost Lad London. If you've read Luther or Sherlock, this is very similar. It's set in London. It's crazy how Japanese artists can take references of locations and then come up with a story that feels so British, yet never step foot in the country. This will wrap up the murder mystery that happened in volume 1. The young boy is like accused, and it's basically just that story. The main character looks kind of like Luther, like Idris Elba. It's pretty funny in some aspects, like the facial expressions and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I believe this is the last volume. I'm pretty sure it's the last volume. Then I picked up volume 27 of Golden Kamui. I think I picked up volume 8 when I went to Brighton. It's got my best boy, Shiraishi, on the front. He is so funny. Every time he's on the page, I just want to kiss him. You're going to start collecting it? You should, because there's so many big beefy boys in there. Look, I'm as straight as any guy, but when Sugimoto takes off his top and you see his back muscles with all them war scars, man. Talking about Hanako-kun, I don't know if anyone's seen, but Riley has been given an early copy of the box set for Taliban Hanako-kun, and it looks amazing. It looks absolutely great. And now I kind of want to stop collecting it singly, and collect the box set now. So I might maybe hold off collecting this and maybe get the box set. And then I picked up the last 3 volumes of Hell's Paradise. I did a New Year's resolution and I didn't mention it, but after I finished, I started reading Hell's Paradise. I thought to myself, I want to collect this series physically. And I know a lot of it was really hard to pick up, and I'm fully up to date now. I lie, I'm still missing volume 3, but I'm pretty sure I can get that before the end of the year. So I want to finish this by the end of the year. I just finished volume 10, so I've got 11, 12 and 13 to read. I'm happy that I've got this now. This was like one other thing. I also wanted to pick up Dorohedoro as well. So this and Dorohedoro I wanted to finish by the end of the year. So that was everything I picked up in York and Newcastle. Then I picked up a few volumes in Forbidden Planet International when I went on my little trip with Caitlin and Ben. So I was missing a few volumes of One Piece, volumes 77, 79, and 80. So I picked those up. And then volumes 6 and 8 of Doro Hey Doro. Now I've got the first 5. I'm missing volume 7, 6 and 8. I have got some of the later volumes. I'm so glad that they've started to come back in stock. I know America got them late last year. We've only just started to see them now. Something you would like? Yeah, it's pretty gruesome. It's pretty hard to explain. It follows a guy who's trying to find his head. He has a lizard head, and he's trying to find where his real head is. That's all I can tell you. And the women in there are super, super strong and beefy, and I just want them all to punch me in the face. There's this mushroom guy. He like creates mushrooms. I think he creates mushrooms. And then I picked up volumes 7, 9, and 10, of which had Atelier. I didn't realize that all of these have a Will Eisner Award sticker. It's not even a sticker. It's welded onto the front cover. This little sticker? It's not a sticker. It's like just on there all the time. They're using like the Disney font. Isn't that illegal? The fact that the main characters like Coco are still young on the front covers makes me believe that there's no time skip in place. But I don't know how the story progresses, so I'm not too sure. So that was everything that I bought with Caitlin. What was that? 8 volumes. Right, and then the last pile I have from when I went out 2 weeks ago with Chris Captures. He's a proper chill dude. He was down for the Star Wars convention. I feel like everyone from the north is so much happier than everyone I've met down here. They're just all so chipper. They always got a smile on their face, excluding Geeky. Geeky was lovely. So I first picked up Blue Box Volume 1, which is a nice shonen romance series. It's got the sports tag on it as well, but the basketball and the badminton don't really play that much into it. But it's not soppy like most shonen romance series. It does, I think it starts to get a little bit of a harem towards the middle, but it doesn't feel like a traditional harem like Love Hina or quintessential quintuplets, that kind of thing. The main character, the main female lead, what's her name? Chitsune? She ends up living with her classmate, who I think she's not a classmate. She's actually, I think, a year older than him. She ends up living with him because of family reasons. Her family moved out, so she moves in with him because their parents are friends. So there's that weird dynamic because he kind of likes her, but she's like completely oblivious, which is completely different to normal shonen romance series. But this is pretty cool. I really like this one, so I'm looking forward to picking up more. I just hope that it ends soonish and doesn't go on for too long. And then I picked up Spy. I also picked this up for Chris as well. I've been looking at this one for a while, and Volume 2 just came out. Volume 2 has this like Russian lady like licking a vodka bottle. I don't know anything about this one. I think it's something to do with like spies or assassination, and the main character is shy. I don't know what that means. I don't know if she has like powers that revolve around her being shy, if she's like invisible. Shy, not spy. Yes, sorry, shy. And I think she is a spy, or she's an assassin, or she's something, or a superhero. I don't know. And then I picked up and read volumes 3 and 4 of Atom, The Beginning. This is turning into a really interesting and great read. The story before Astro Boy. I looked into Astro Boy recently because I also wanted to pick that up, as well as Pluto, because they kind of, this is before Astro Boy, and Pluto, I think it's like a side story with the same characters, I think. But Astro Boy is so long. I saw the omnibuses over the weekend. They were expensive. I didn't realize how many they were. Atom, The Beginning is really good. Good mecha, really interesting. And if you've read Astro Boy, I think you should give it a read so you can find out the origin story. And then My Love Mix-Up, Volume 7. This continues to be a great romance series. When I hear BL, I always just assume it's going to be a lot of like intense yaoi. Yeah, it's definitely not that. It's done under the shoujo beat line. So it's just a cute, nice, wholesome romance series. And I love it. The two boys are just so cute together. It's kind of a little bit of misunderstanding. I think Liddy mentioned that she got rid of it because there was like a bit of misunderstanding. But it's so funny that you can just overlook the misunderstanding part and like the lack of communication. And the mangaka, her facial expressions are just ridiculous. I say this every single time and I'll never get old. I'll never get bored of telling people how interesting it is and how funny I find the faces. And then I picked up volume 3 of Succubus and Hitman. I am still upset that volume 1 had the logo embossed, like popped out. Volume 2 didn't, and looks like volume 3 doesn't either, and nothing else is embossed. I don't know when this one's going to end. I hope it ends relatively quickly. I kind of picked it up. Who recommended it? I think it was Prom G, I think, picked it up. I'm more interested in the main character trying to find out who killed his parents. Less about all the violence and all the sexual stuff that happens. Cool guns, cool fight scenes, nice leveling up systems, like a video game almost. Too graphic for you? Yeah, I get that. It's not like, you know, things that Caitlin reads on Faku and stuff. The art is amazing, though. It's great. I then picked up Tista, Volume 1. And I'll probably pick up Volume 2 as well. I haven't read this one. I just kind of want to collect more of his stuff. Also, it gives you a good... I think it's nice to go back and read some of the old works for the mangaka that you're interested in and kind of see their progression story and how they've grown. Although in saying that, his art style looks almost identical. 2007. And Spy Family was, what, 2006, 17, 18? Yeah, his art style hasn't changed at all. So I'll be interested to see how his storytelling is. And then Sakamoto Days, Volume 6. I'm still behind on this one. I think it starts to ramp up around this time. The covers also ramp up as well. The covers just get more and more interesting. If you're not interested in buying it, at least when you go into your local Forbidden Planet or Traveling Man or comic book store, just look at the covers because they look amazing. For those who don't know, it's just an assassination story. Assassin is retired and he's big and fat and old, which is why I like it, because there aren't many series out, shonen specifically, series where they have an old main protagonist. And he's just so funny and badass. He's not that old. He's 32 in comparison to like Deku, who's like 15. He's over double his age, right? He's not old. No, he's not old. I'm not saying he's old. He's older compared to the traditional protagonist. You know, Goku was 10 when he started. 32 is old. No, it's not old. I'm not saying 32 is old. I'm 32. Look, all right, to be clear, 30 is not old. 25 is not old. Some people think 25 is old. In terms of the internet, you know, we're ancient. You know, I'm not making this any better for myself. 32 is not... I then picked up Sakamoto Days Volume 6, which is about a young man who is an assassin. He's a retired assassin, and he comes back into the fray after a few years. Not many, just a few. And yeah, it's good. He's not old whatsoever. He's really young, and he's really cool. And I think it's really groundbreaking that he has grey hair. You should pick it up. 32 is not old. And then the last book I picked up was A Condition Called Love. This, I didn't realize, is super long. Not super long, but it's longer than what I thought it was. For some reason, I just thought it was brand new, but it's not. I enjoyed the first volume, so I'm looking forward to reading the second, and hopefully it's good. And then, who knows, intense stalker vibes from Volume 1. I don't think... It's funny, because I've heard a few people mention in A Condition Called Love that the main character is a little bit stalkerish. A lot of the people who have said that have all been female. And when I read it, he's just so obsessed with her, not in a stalkery way, that he just wants to show her as much of attention as possible. You found him kind of weird. Clearly, I'm weird as well. Because I thought he was pretty cool. And that was my haul. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I have a feeling someone said 28, 27, 26, 25, 23, 33. Sparrow got 28. Let me count again. 25, 26, 27, 28. Well done, Sparrow. Oh wait, did I forget to mention that this was also in the haul as well? So it's 29, so no one actually gets it, right? I mean, it was in the video. It was at the beginning. I opened this at the beginning. It should be 29. Really? So really, no one should get it. I mean, I don't make the rules here. Don't even try. I mean, it's 29 if you include this one. Maid Sama is 2 in 1, so technically count is 2 more. That's 30. I don't think I like that because 30 is what Caitlin said. Caitlin, you're wrong. Sorry, Caitlin, you're just wrong. You're just pushing now.